I'm going to go to you, Kimberly, after this. This is some sound on tape of Congressman Chaffetz and Ronald Kessler slamming the White House double standard in this scandal.
There were nearly 24 Secret Service and military personnel that were either fired or reprimanded, but the concern is that when it came to the White House and the White House taking care of its own personnel, a totally different standard and perhaps a misdirection and some cover-up.
It's really the White House that's the key here, and they perpetuated a double standard where Secret Service agents were fired for hiring prostitutes, as they should have been, and yet their own aide was involved, and they covered that up.
So there's a lot of double standards here. One of them is, I keep thinking, if this was under President Bush, they would blame it on his frat boy past.
And it would be front page.
Yeah.
Do you understand that? Saying unfair dealing, a lack of moral standards.
If this is President Bush,
we're not in a corner.
Frat boys, we're not in a corner.
Putting him in the
President
office
Obama
of global women. So it's, the whole thing is, this is how offensive it is. They keep outdoing themselves like, oh, you think that scandal is bad? We got another one. Boom. And they just jump it every time.
That's true. There will be another one.
It would have been a culture. They would have said it was a culture of allowing this type of bad behavior to happen.
And it happened.
Turned a blind eye to it.
Yeah.
That was what the accusation should have been.
They made a terrible blunder getting this guy a job afterwards. I had no question about that. I think you've now elevated this to a scandal, I see. So this adds into our list of scandals.
It's not the point, Bob. It's
I don't even think the job is the problem.
They told the investigators to lie.
No, I understand. Listen, I understand that. I'm just saying that I can sort of understand. If
You're talking about the act itself that you don't have a moral problem with. We're talking about the fact that they covered it up.
One question at a time, and then I'll answer your question.
But you keep interrupting them.
Right.
The point is, we get it. You don't think the act is a big deal. We're talking about the lie.
Cover-up. The cover-up.
The cover-up.
Okay.
And the media is complicit.
Which four should I respond
by not asking
anyone
more
you
questions.
want.
Okay, could I
Yes,
respond?
you could, Bob.
You're running out of time.
Okay.
To the cover-up. I want to hear that.
If I were in a campaign and I were running it, and somebody came to me and said, Bob, one of our volunteers who were helping the president advance got hooked up with a prostitute in Colombia, I'd say, is it illegal? No. I'd say, then let's wait till after the campaign's over.
Okay, then take it one step further, which is what Dana points out what the White House did today, and said, this is absolutely false. The Washington Post reporters
That's where they get
But here, they are right. Correct. Because now they've gone on record saying this is false, it's not true.
And
now we know it is.
When there's some link to this guy, that prostitute, to that room, you're going to have the White House again lying to the